Welcome to Lecture 6. Today we dive into one of the most complex and fascinating challenges in translation, going beyond literal word-for-word conversion to capture cultural context, emotional nuance, and domain-specific meaning. What makes context crucial? Effective translation isn't just about words, it's about the worlds behind them. This includes 1. Cultural concepts and references like holidays or values. 2. Idioms and metaphors. 3. Emotional tone, connotations, formality. 4. Technical vocabulary and discourse patterns. 5. Humor, honorifics, and social relationships. In English-Urdu translation, these layers are especially important because the languages stem from very different historical, religious, and literary traditions. Core challenges in capturing nuance. 1. Cultural references. Urdu and English reflect different values and histories. Words like privacy or haya carry deeply rooted, culturally specific meanings that often require adaptation, not translation. 2. Idioms and figurative speech. Barking up the wrong tree doesn't translate literally. Similarly, dal mein kuch kala hai. Dal mein kuch kala hai means suspicion. Translators must detect idioms and either find equivalents or paraphrase meaningfully. 3. Emotional connotation. Urdu has multiple ways to express love, each with a unique emotional tone. Translating honorifics, ap versus tem, or formality also affects the emotional feel of a sentence. 4. Domain context. In law, medicine, or science, words have very specific meanings. Heart attack may be translated generally as dil kadora, or more technically as ihtisha adla qalb, depending on the audience. 5. Polysemy and ambiguity. Words like bank or ser have several meanings. Context tells us if it's a financial institution or a riverside or a stroll, a wait, or feeling full. 6. Social structures. Urdu uses more specific kinship terms, honorifics, and formal language, reflecting deeper social hierarchies. These distinctions can be hard to preserve in English. 7. Code switching. Many Urdu speakers casually use English words mid-sentence. Translation tools must decide whether to preserve or adapt this style. 8. Humor and wordplay. Puns, jokes, and sarcasm rarely survive direct translation. Humor often relies on cultural references, linguistic quirks, or social context. How modern systems handle context. 1. Contextual embeddings. Newer models use representations like MBERT or XLMR that understand a word's meaning based on surrounding words. This improves ambiguity resolution and fluency. 2. Knowledge-enhanced models. Systems can access databases of idioms, cultural terms, and technical glossaries to improve context-sensitive translation. 3. Retrieval-augmented translation. Models pull from similar past translations or external resources to handle domain-specific or culture-rich content. 4. Adaptive translation. Systems adapt to user needs, adjusting tone, formality, or dialect based on context, preference, or audience. 5. Human in the loop. Humans still play a vital role, refining culturally rich or sensitive translations, offering feedback, and guiding systems through ambiguity. Domain-specific strategies. Literary translation. Adapts idioms, metaphors, and emotional tone. May use footnotes or reinterpretation for poetry and prose. Medical translation. Focuses on accuracy and patient understanding. Balances precision with clarity. Legal translation. Demands exactness and alignment with legal frameworks. Technical translation. Requires standardized terminology and formatting. Media and subtitling. Adapts humor, timing, and cultural cues creatively. Case studies. 1. Poetry. A translation of Robert Frost adapted with Urdu imagery and rhythmic style to preserve emotional effect. 2. Cultural dialogue. Idioms like put my foot in my mouth require context-specific paraphrasing in Urdu. 3. Technical docs. Concepts like torque need glossary support and audience-aware clarity. 4. Healthcare. Phrasing like take 2 tablets by mouth must be clear and culturally resonant. What's next? Future systems aim to 1. Include visual and audio cues for multimodal context. 2. Learn culture-specific adaptations dynamically. 3. Offer multiple translation options with explanations. 4. Continuously learn from user feedback and corrections. Conclusion. Translation is more than decoding. It's interpretation. Capturing nuance means understanding people, culture, and purpose. While AI continues to evolve, human insight remains key for translating the soul of language. In our next lecture, we'll move into practical applications. How English-Urdu translation is used in real-world sectors like healthcare, education, government, and media. Thanks for joining. Keep bridging worlds.